morning everybody. I'm about to show you how Pizzeria Santaniello makes its famous dough. It's a very simple process, but it's been working for 40 years and we've never changed the way we make it. So let's go through the process so you're all aware exactly how we make it. A natural process, a very simple process. This is our little dough mixer, which holds about 30 kilograms of flour. We generally start off the process with a bag, which these days holds 25 kilograms of flour. 00 flour, good quality Italian flour from Napoli. Caputo flour is the one we generally use, and it's the essence of a good pizza. The reason this all works is because it's simple. It's simple, it's based on products we've been using for a long time, and it starts with some fresh water. You pour the fresh water into the big bowl here. Right, now the key ingredients of a good pizza are sufficient salt, which we use about approximately 1% of the weight of the flour. So, you know, that's right. And natural yeast. Natural yeast is added to the water in a crumbly way so it all disintegrates and dissolves. It's that dissolving process with the salt, the water and the yeast which is critical. Now that takes quite a while. You need to let that mix develop slowly, and as you can see it's being done now, and that provides the liquid foundation to our mix. Now we've been doing this, or my mother was doing it before, I used to do it, now my son does it. We've been doing it for 40 years and it's never changed. We've never added anything too complicated, just kept it nice and simple, and that's why hopefully so many of our customers come back to us, and a lot of new ones. After the salt and the yeast have dissolved, we generally add a drop of oil just to give it some consistency, and then the flour goes in. Now you can see the flour being poured in, and it's this flour, the 00 Italian flour, which is important. You can get cheaper flour, but it's not the same. It's not the same at all. So once that's in, we're ready for action. And the action is quite left to the machine. The machine does it all. It mixes it all up, and the whole process from the water going in to the pizzas being ready takes anything between 2 and 6 hours. This machine is getting a bit older now, and we propose to change and get a much bigger one, but at the moment it's taking about 15 to 20 minutes for the mix to become of the right consistency. It starts off quite liquidy and develops and firms up till it's firm enough to make dough balls. The dough ball weighs about 250 grams, and basically it becomes natural. You just rip a piece off, and believe it or not, each piece you rip off weighs approximately 250 grams. You develop a knack for doing it, which is then laid out in a tray. That process, the most important part of pizza preparation. If you get that wrong, all this, all the baking, everything else will go to pot, because the fermentation process has to be spot on. The fermentation process is definitely the most important part of pizza preparation. It can take a varied amount of time, but generally about an hour at least if it's a nice day. More in the winter when it's cold, it needs time to activate. The fermentation is the yeast activating with the flour and the salt to rise. The fermentation process is kept under review. You have to keep an eye on the dough balls rising. If they're not rising enough, you have to heat the room. If they're rising too quickly, then you can even put them into a cold store. The important thing, the reason ours have been so good, is because we use good produce. I know it's a cliche, everybody says that, but unless you use good quality products, the pizza will never be good as it should be.